everyone, and welcome back to my doll collecting channel. Today I am back with a highly requested video which is comparing the differences between Maplelea Girl dolls and American Girl dolls. For those of you who are not familiar, Maplelea Girl dolls are a brand of 18-inch dolls from Canada that represent different dolls from different provinces and territories. And American Girl dolls are a brand of 18-inch dolls from America, and they represent different time periods in history. They also have modern dolls as well as other dolls like baby dolls and things like that. But we won't be talking about those baby dolls and other types of dolls in this video. We're purely going to be talking about these two different 18-inch dolls. If we were to zoom in on their faces, Maplelea Girl dolls have a closed mouth smile, so they do not show their teeth. For the majority of American Girl dolls, they show two front teeth there. Both dolls, if you laid them down, their eyes will close, and if you stand them back up again, their eyes will open. This is called sleepy eyes. So Maplelea Girl dolls have these soft lashes, and they have less lashes than American Girl dolls, which most American Girl dolls have these thick lashes. However, if you have an American Girl who is older, from the 80s and 90s, they might have eyelashes that are similar to Maplelea Girl dolls. One key difference between Maplelea Girl dolls and American Girl dolls is their hands. That tends to be one thing that people notice about these dolls, is that Maplelea Girl dolls' hands are different from American Girl hands. Now, one thing I want to point out with Maplelea Girl dolls is that their hands are not the exact same. So one side is smaller and more of like almost like as if they're snapping or pinching something, and then this hand is more at grasping and holding. So they're two different sizes of hands. However, they can do one pretty cool thing. So you can make the Maplelea Girl dolls hold their hands like this, which can be really useful if you are taking photos with the dolls because it adds more poses they can do. So you can have a doll that's holding her hands like this, and then you can add something like a stuffed animal or something else, and so it looks like she is holding it there, which American Girl dolls you cannot do unless you somehow get an elastic. So both the Maplelea Girl dolls and American Girl dolls have a soft torso. This is made out of cloth and stuffing, and same thing with this one. And they have vinyl limbs, so their head, arms, and legs are made out of vinyl. When it comes to identifying what year your doll is from, I prefer Maplelea Girl dolls because it is easier to determine what year your specific Maplelea Girl doll is from. And I'll show you how you can tell what year your Maplelea Girl doll is from. So on the back of your Maplelea Girl doll, it will say a few things. You'll see the CG logo, which stands for Canadian Girl. And you will see, or you might see, a word that says Avonlea Traditions. And Avonlea Traditions was the original parent company of Maplelea Girl dolls, and they originally made Anne of Green Gables merchandise. Then you'll see another faint number. For this Sila, it says 2010-1, which means that this was the first generation of this character, of this doll. For the four original characters, so Taryn, Jenna, Alexi, and Brienne, you will see that it says 2003-1, and that means that that was the first generation for those characters. The darker number, which on this doll says 2017-6, that means that this doll is from 2017, and that means it is the 6th batch for Sila dolls. Now, you might see other dolls that will say something like, 2007-3, which means that that was made in 2007, and that is the third generation of that doll. There are also these tags on the back of your Maplelea Girl doll that has this product code. So for this doll, it's KS1. So it's just a product code. So you'll see the word or the letter K. And then with the letter represents the character's name. So for Sila, it would be S. For Leonie, for example, it would be L. So you'll see different character outfits that have codes, and the second letter is the first letter of the character's name that it belongs to. If it says M, that's designed for any Maplelea Girl character. You'll also see the generation, you'll also see the website, you'll see the location and postal code of the company, and this other tag that just says new materials only. For the back of an American Girl doll, it will either say American Girl, and that's for the newer dolls, or it might say Pleasant Company. And Pleasant Company was the original company from American Girl during the 80s, 90s, and well, there's some dolls from the early 2000s that still say Pleasant Company on them. And there's some dolls that said Pleasant Company for a lot longer than it was actually owned by Pleasant Company. So the newer dolls will say American Girl, or the older dolls will say Pleasant Company. And that is the only information you will see on the back of American Girl dolls. With American Girl dolls, they also have these body tags which are located on the side of the doll, and it will say a year. This one says 2017, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that doll was made in 2017. I think this means that it was only designed in 2017. It's similar to if you grew up playing Barbies in the early 2000s, is a lot of those Barbies said 1999 on the back of them. It doesn't necessarily mean that that doll was from 1999 or it was released in 1999. Kind of do imply either when they designed it or trademarked it or something like that. I don't know the full reason, but I do know that it doesn't necessarily mean that that doll was created in that year. So this number doesn't always give you a full picture when it comes to American Girl dolls. Maplelea Girl dolls are more accurate when it comes to identifying what year the doll was actually made. A big difference that I get a lot of questions on between Maplelea Girl dolls and American Girl dolls is their feet. And since Maplelea Girl dolls have a different foot shape than American Girl dolls, do they fit the shoes for American Girls? And to answer that question, in my opinion, most Maplelea Girl dolls shoes do fit on American Girl dolls. They get on the American Girl doll's foot. However, they might not look the exact same way that it would look on a Maplelea Girl doll. However, a lot of times you'll be pleasantly surprised. But Maplelea Girl dolls, their foots are slimmer, and some people are saying that they were longer. I don't know if they're necessarily longer, but they're definitely slimmer. And American Girl's feet are more rounded, and American Girl's feet are bigger, like wider. But for length, they're fairly similar in my opinion when you put them beside each other. Another common question I get about Maplelea Girl versus American Girl is Maplelea doll's limbs are slimmer than American Girl doll limbs, so their legs and their arms. Some tight-fitting leggings or jeans from Maplelea Girl don't fit as nicely on American Girl dolls, but I find around the waist it's fine. If they're more like a loose-fitting pant from Maplelea Girl, you can fit the clothes on American Girl. It's just when I find like skinny jeans or leggings, it can be a little bit tricky. However, tops fit perfectly fine in my opinion. Even the skinnier, long sleeve tops fit nicely on American Girl dolls. Now, American Girl dolls that are earlier versions, so from the 80s and 90s, tend to be a little bit larger in the torso than new dolls, even from like the 2010s, but especially new American Girls now in the recent, last 3 years. So there is some variation depending on what doll you have versus the clothing that will fit, because American Girl, there is a wide range of sizes from them, but Maplelea Girl is more standard. In general, between Maplelea Girl dolls and American Girl dolls, I find their quality is about the same. So they have similar price points. However, if you're an American, then Maplelea Girl dolls are slightly cheaper due to the conversion rate. But I do think that they are really comparable and very similar in quality. So I think if you're trying to decide between buying an American Girl doll and a Maplelea Girl doll, I think that both are extremely high quality, and I do like them both a lot. So I do recommend either brand. If you want to see more doll collecting videos, mostly about Maplelea Girl and American Girl, make sure to hit subscribe. Also follow my Instagram, and I'll see you all next time.